Mahirap yung ginawa mo, but I just don't want our viewers to feel like, that's,
It's not
yeah,
sensitive.
yeah.
But I do still ask help from time to time if it's something that I can. If I can do it, mataas yung pride and ego ko. But it's okay to ask for help.
Hi guys! Welcome back to the Sunbae Club!
We are the
Sunbae Squad!
Hi, my name's Mikaela. Wait, Hi, my name is Mikaela. I'm from China, but I am based in the Philippines right now, and I'm working as a model.
Hi, I'm your Korean best friend, JinHo, vlogger and singer here in the Philippines, representing South Korea.
Hi, I'm Issa Villaverde, a stand-up comedian based in Manila. Stand-up comedian based in Manila, representing the Philippines.
Hi, you're a great black guy, Rio from Japan. I'm a model and content creator here in the Philippines.
Content creator.
Content creator. Content creator.
Okay. First things first.
Oh, okay.
Who here has the most taboo? Feeling ko ako.
What taboos?
A guy who grooms, a guy who has piercings, a guy... Wala, yun lang.
I feel like it's me because as the eldest daughter, especially in a very traditional household, I have 13 piercings. I have like 7 or 8 tattoos.
You have 13 piercings?
Yeah. And then all my previous relationships are not Chinese. And I moved out of home before I was even married.
Wait, that's a taboo?
Because usually after marriage, that's when you move out. You don't like live with your partner. You don't do live in. You don't move out of your house ever, even when you're like 20 or 30s.
Has to be when you're married.
Yeah. Or sometimes you still have to live with the parents, even when you have children
even
already.
after. Oh, even
That's what
the
my parents
children.
want. Ilan yun?
I have 0.
Not you from Japan.
So in Japan, of course, tattoo is like super, taboo thing, If you have tattoo on your body, you cannot go to hot springs, we call it onsen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's banned. You cannot enter the onsen.
Really? Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know the specific
Oh,
reason, but
No,
I
parang
mean, Japanese
the people
yakuza.
around you will feel uncomfortable. That
Yeah,
was the
that's right,
reason.
that's-
Even in
that-
Korea, there was that.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. But the main reason is, because of Japanese yakuza. Yakuza.
Yeah, only Yakuza have.
Yakuza, basically, Yakuza has, Japanese. What we call this?
What we call it, malay ko ba?
What's that? Tattoo?
The full sleeve.
Yeah.
And even on their thighs.
Japanese
their
styles
full
of
body.
tattoo. What we call this?
I
We
don't
call
know.
it. JinHo, help me.
What do you think I am, Japanese or the Yakuza?
But diba in Korea, they also have that. I've seen a lot of Koreans here in like where I live. Now they have full sleeves and they're like Yakuza also. Ish. But they're Korean, so it's kind of like the same thing. Because my friend works for a Korean company and all his bosses have like full sleeves. So for them, it's a
Frat. It's like a fraternity. More on fraternity, not like Yakuza.
Yakuza is like Japanese term.
It's like a gang that they associate with when you have full body.
Before there was a lot of like that. But Yakuza tattoos are what? Is it just
Actually-
any tattoo or they have a specific design or pattern?
For Yakuza tattoos, it's kind of like dragon Japanese style of, that kind
The
of.
artwork. Yeah.
But basically in Japanese society, we are not allowed to have connections with them.
Is
It's
there
not allowed.
dangerous, right?
Yeah, even for the celebrities, if take a picture with Yakuza, they cannot work. It's strictly banned. That's why, basically tattoo cultures in Japan is for Yakuza. Right? That's why.
Even the small ones, cannot.
Yep.
They count it as
Yeah.
Yakuza. Oh, dang.
Even, small like star or something here,
Eyebrows.
In the Philippines, it's a mix because there are hardcore religious families, because the Philippines is mainly a Catholic family. They want, at least my parents, my mom specifically grew up religious, so she was against having tattoo. I'm the first one in my family to have a tattoo this big, so that was a big confrontation for us. We didn't talk for 2 weeks. But for the most part in the Philippines, I think they're more accepting with tattoos, cause yes, hi. But anyway, there's still a tattoo culture in the Philippines, cause if you know the Mambabatok,
Yeah.
it's It's
No, no,
yeah,
wang.
traditional. If you know the oldest living tattoo artist, Apo Wangkod, there's a traditional tribal tattoo that they do. So it's part of Philippine culture.
With Wangod, you don't get to choose tattoo which one you want to put on your body. She chooses for you.
But yeah, so it's nice that they still preserve the tattoo culture because it's very ancient already. People go to the mountains just to get. Still, if you're in a mainly Catholic family, I think
It's like a huge deal.
it's a huge deal when you get the tattoo.
Hindi ka na mahal ni Lord.
Exactly, there are still people who believe, oh, you won't go to heaven if you have tattoos.
Minus 1 point for you.
Yeah, but yeah, I have 1, 2, I think around 5 tattoos already.
With Korea, what's a taboo? I think tattoo is one thing, but
And wearing sleeveless, right? Like I saw, they're very conservative there, but like recently it's being okay-ish. But like in the sense of like body for especially women, it's very similar. to what's in
modesty?
China.
yeah, I think Korea has more restriction of what you wear, more conservative. But not all the time. It's not like they're gonna curse at you just because you wear a certain way. But in Korea, there's a really strong belief of like there's a right place and time to express yourself or go by the law. You get it? Yeah, so like you cannot wear sleeveless or like this or crop to work. That's na unless you work in a fashion industry, parang gano. I think that's a tab. Also in Korea, I don't know why, but they started waxing the hairs, body hairs.
No,
Even for guys, yeah, they shave their armpit.
To make it look cleaner.
Yeah, but that's why. That's what. Sometimes there are debates like you have to look clean versus it's a natural thing. Why would you shave it? It's
But
weird.
hygiene also. Because when it gets a bit sweaty or it gets really clogged, I hate that.
But in the Philippines naman, if you're a guy and you're into grooming, if
Yeah.
you shave, or if you do anything feminine,
They view it as feminine, but it's just hygiene.
but it's just hygiene. But I know that there's things have been changing recently that I guess with the popularity of
But
K-pop idols.
Pero aminin mo, may mga hypocrisy na babae ganon. It's hygiene. But what if your boyfriend doesn't? No.
Yeah, there are.
Oh, may mga ganon. Di ba? What do you call that? Aside from hypocrisy, di ba ano yan eh? Parang innate.
And you internalize.
Internalized, yeah, some misogyny.
There are still like even how you dress because you have a lot of
They always
piercings.
like say like, I'm open to it. But what if my partner? No.
It's like saying, oh, I'm okay with LGBT, but when it's my family,
Exactly.
Oh, I accept everyone, but not my son. Parang ganon.
That's right. Yun, speaking of being gay, still taboo
it is.
here.
That's why people
But there's a lot of gay people in media. You see it on screen. You work with gay people, especially in entertainment and creatives. But when it comes to families, there are still very traditional parents who are like, yeah, about it. How about gay people in your countries?
I think with Korea, it's more like parang before I thought Korea was super homophobic and Philippine wasn't. Just because, we have those famous superstars now, kagaya ni Boya Bunda, Vice Ganda, Ogie Diaz, and right?
A lot of famous
But
gay people.
I realized there's more discrimination here. Well, not discrimination, but more like pre-assumption. Bagbakla ka, maharot ka.
Yeah, it's like assumptions about
Like-
misconceptions.
Like, without facts, I assume you. Like, you're Japanese, so you're Yakuza. That's assumption. Yeah, like that. You're Japanese,
Like, for
so you like
example,
anime.
he has long hair, he's gay. Oh, it's also a taboo. Since we were talking about Gen Z in a previous episode, Filipinos have a lot of respect for elders. So talking back was a taboo. But now I feel like kids are more empowered now to complain, to like
the
voice their
kids.
opinions. Yeah. So I think that's changing too.
I don't like that.
Oh, you don't like talking back?
Back at a certain point, I don't like the ones that are actually screaming at their parents just because they're not getting what they
Yeah.
want.
There are extremes, yeah.
They scream?
Yeah. Have you seen children before? Yeah. The children nowadays.
My God, my mom would have split me into half, I swear.
What else? What about like relationship taboos?
Great Wall, obviously. Yeah. I was very what a shame. When I told my mom when I was dating someone that's not Chinese, she cried. What are you doing with your life?
Oh wow.
She actually.
And she's in the Philippines, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
But, like she had like a whole tantrum, and I was like, oh, this is actually like a real thing that it upsets her, because she was crying.
Wow. How did you deal with that?
She left the house.
Again, she just didn't talk to them.
Well, okay, my boyfriend is waiting for me at home. Now I'm gonna go. But they don't care. Like, okay, like sexuality-wise, they obviously care if you're gay or whatever, if it's own family, and if you're dating one. But then if the guy's good naman, they're like, okay, yeah. It's very confusing.
How about you?
Moving out early. Like, if you, again, the same, if you move out before marriage, that's a big no-no.
Big no.
Yeah, in Filipino culture, you have to only move out of your family house after you get married, when you're starting.
When you're a girl.
No, even with,
Even with guys.
Positive.
oh, you have to live together first.
Yeah, before we get married, we have to,
Oh.
experience live together. Living together.
Really?
It's better, yeah.
I find that way better because my parents are like, okay, this is how the life plan is when it comes to dating and marriage. You meet a guy, you like him, he likes you, okay, you date. You date for 2 years, you get married. Then you will see once you live together, because they expect girls to marry these Chinese men with like houses already. So we get the house, whatever. Then if it doesn't work out, you try to make it work out.
You know, a taboo also in
But no divorce.
relationship. Yeah, same. I was going there. You can't divorce. Like, there's no divorce here, but a lot of, like, married people are separated here, but they can't get a divorce because it's illegal here in the Philippines, because they treat that as a taboo if you're in a broken family.
Speaking of divorce, in Korea, it's a taboo to bring home a partner who has a single parent.
Ah.
Yeah.
Because
And
it's
this
like a
is
law.
from one of my close friends she's dealing with right now. Her boyfriend didn't grow up with a father. It's a single mom, and single mom, OFW din yung single mom nung lalaki. And then super against yung family nung.
Just cause single parent.
Yeah.
What's the reasoning behind that?
Well, I asked what could it be? Could it be the inheritance in the future na wala siya
Pamana.
mapapamana? Lalo na when it's a guy, you're like a breadwinner kinda,
Ah, they assess you on wealth like
Yeah,
that.
that's why, like in Korea, there's this cultural practice where before marriage, the two parents has to meet. Like both side of the couple, the parents of the both side has to meet and, talk about what's gonna happen in the wedding and get to know each other. There's that culture.
May PPM sila.
Di ba pwede GC na lang?
Yeah.
Huy, ito yung anak ko nung 5. Send.
Speaking of this topic, we are very open for it, for the relationship. There is nothing like taboo, no big taboo, I think.
I mean, but at the end of the day, these are all just like traditional and cultural taboos. But again, the generation is changing, and at the end of the day, love always wins. So wala kang magagawa,
Love wins.
Love wins. So if you love to do, parang it will happen anyway. So taboos are just taboos. It's not law. It's
Oh,
not.
I like that.
In Japanese culture, yeah, we drink a lot, we smoke a lot. But speaking of drugs, no, strictly. In this country, weed and drugs are same or not? Drugs.
Yeah, they count it as the same.
Yeah, as long as it's not it's illegal. That's
They're
drug.
just this at the same level. But some countries I know they like weed is okay, but like
Thailand,
chemical.
right?
Yeah,
Recently
Thailand
became-
is. Yeah.
Some parts of US. How's gambling in Japan? Is there casinos?
No.
Because in Korea it's not allowed. That's why so many people go. Even with like simple card games that involves money, like we call it house, that's gambling, and like police would raid it.
Oh, Philippines has a big gambling culture. Like I was exposed to it early because my dad gambled on sabong, like chicken fights.
Yeah, we grew up with tong its. Let's
Yeah.
go. I think in Korea, gambling and drug is the biggest taboo in the country. Anything gambling, whether that be you won money or you lost money.
It's still bad.
Yeah, if you're into gambling, that's.
Here, as long as you win, you're okay. But some people, yeah, they lose houses over.
I have I know
Very
some.
bad addiction.
Yeah.
Technically in Japan, yeah, gambling is banned, not allowed, but we have a lot of gamble.
It's bad, but not illegal.
How can I say? Like everyone knows it. Like pachinko.
Ah, pachinko. Yeah, yeah.
It's from Japan. Like it's a kind of machine. Then like what we call that? Slot?
Yeah, slot machines.
Slot machine or something like that. Pachinko. Oh, everywhere. Every station has pachinko.
Oh, yeah.
But it's technically not allowed in Japan. But we can get
gambling.
Yeah, that's right.
And I've noticed a lot here that they only accept foreign passport holders for certain casinos.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here?
Ah.
Like they don't allow local people to bet and play.
Yeah, there is a stereotype. Like in casinos, you'll find a lot of Chinese Chinese people
We love to
gambling.
gamble.
talaga.
I've personally never been inside a casino and played, or the cards, I've never really learned how to play. The only cards I know how to play is Uno cards. But I've... Yeah. Drinking is obviously very common. Like here you can find restaurants in China and here in the Philippines as well. So when I find a restaurant that's Chinese, I call it traditional. Like talagang totoong Chinese restaurant talaga to. When you can smoke cigarettes inside, you can vape, or you can drink inside.
Grabe mag-yosi ang mga Chinese.
Yeah, man.
Koreans are one thing, but Chinese people...
Oh wait, I have a question. Are there taboos about talking about vulgar stuff?
Yeah.
Because I noticed this one time when we were on break, like Mikaela and I were talking about our periods. And then you were...
Rio was like, why does it talk about this stuff here?
Not like
I feel like with male, it's just more uncomfortable in a sense. But they know what's going on. They're very open because they have wives, girlfriends, and stuff about period. It makes a girl go kind of like that. So they need to know what's going on in their partners or siblings or body, but it's not something that we just talk about out. But for me personally, I don't like talking about it with the family member that's a guy. There's a lot of topics that's very taboo to talk about in in culture or family. Because when I talk with my friends, talking about money is okay. But when I talk with family, I feel like family anywhere, just talking about money with your parents, it's just very uncomfortable, and relationships in certain families.
I noticed, at least, I don't know if it's with my family or in general Filipino culture, but unless it's a good thing, you can only talk about money or your relationship if it's going good. Like, oh, I got a raise. But if you have money problems, yeah, it's about flexing as well. It's hard to talk about feelings with your parents or your family. Or if you have money problems, it's kind of looked down upon. But you can say, oh, I got a raise. Oh, I'm doing well with this. Oh, I got a new relationship. That's fine.
Toxic.
Yeah, it's a little toxic positivity. I don't know.
How about with
Is
you
it okay
and
to
your
talk
parents?
about-
Can you talk about sensitive things? Yeah.
You are so chill in Japan. I love that.
But yeah, of course, there are some parents like
What?
other countries' parents so strict, us about everything. Like especially my parents, they are kind of chill. I mean, they don't ask me a lot.
Yeah.
They don't ask me a lot. That's why just one or two questions.
Oh
Then I say just
my God.
Leo. Then one question, I answer this. One question, one more question, answer this. That's it.
Done.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
You're okay talking to them about sensitive topics, but they're the ones that they're
Not asking.
yeah, not asking and not talking about it.
We're both okay. I mean, I have nothing to hide. I mean, I can't say anything to my parents.
Aw. Hi, Rio's parents.
Yeah, of course, before they asked me about a lot of things. Like there was that kind of time period. They asked me a lot. Like especially after I graduated university. Rio, is it okay? Like I was like, oh, everything is okay. Just trust me. That's it. Then I did my things myself, right? Like I didn't get money from my parents. Then gradually, my parents become like this. It's one, two
Good
questions.
parenting.
But to all the people watching, it's okay to ask help from your parents. Just because you ask money from your parent doesn't make you any less of an adult or
an adult, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's harder. It's harder to be vulnerable and makakumbaba, parang ganon.
Yeah, humble.
Yeah, because sometimes you would put up your ego and I'm not gonna ask anything from my parents. Yung parang ganon, I can do it myself. Di ba? May mga ganon na bata. saying mahirap yung ginawa mo, but I just don't want our viewers to feel like, that's,
Not
yeah,
sensitive.
yeah.
But I do still ask help from time to time if it's something that I can. If I can do it, mataas yung pride and ego ko. But it's okay to ask for help.
So yeah, if you guys are watching, if you guys are struggling, always open up parents. Yeah.
Yeah. It's time to break taboos. Slowly.
Yeah.
Going abroad.
Oh, that's a taboo.
Not taboo, but
For work?
not taboo, but they don't recommend going abroad.
Because Japan's a nice country.
Yeah, it's not taboo, but it's like related to Japanese education, Japanese English education as well. Like they don't teach like how to speak English. It's obviously my English level is like this, right? But compared to other Japanese people, like much more better than them.
Yeah.
But it's because of Japanese English education. They don't teach like how to speak English. That's why of course
Practical, yeah.
Japanese people cannot speak English. Right? Don't speak English. That's why there are like less opportunities to go abroad. It's not taboo, but we should change it for like good way.
To be more open about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think to
Yeah.
be more open in exchanging cultures,
Yeah.
ganon.
Oh, about the taboos we talked about earlier. Like, I'm glad at least tattoos are getting less of a taboo. Like, especially in the creative field. Like, before, like in the corporate world, you can't get a job if you have an exposed tattoo. They think there's this misconception that you're not a great worker, galing kang preso. You're a criminal if you have a tattoo. But now it's like, it's just a form of expression. And I guess when it comes to relationships, I wish like gay relationships or queer relationships would be more accepted in culture. Like, but I'm glad at least like in the Philippines there's more representation coming from like bigger media people. Like recently, the beauty queen who came out, si Michelle D. Yeah, we need more bi representation.
My taboo, I think, would be the unspoken expectation that you should achieve something at a certain age. Because I noticed that our parents or the older generations are always like, oh my god, the economy is so bad right now. Why is it so expensive now compared to our days? They accept that, but they cannot accept the fact that we're slower in achievement because of that. Do you get it? So there's like that's the irony, and no comparison. Taboo comparisons, yung kinukumpara ka sa mga ibang bata, or like you being compared to your cousins or your friends' children, your friends' work, expectations, Like your dream is your dream,
So parang naman may ambag ako. I think one of the taboos that should be a bit more broken is also like tattoos and piercing. Tattoo, okay, I still get the idea of tattoo because I don't even enjoy all my tattoos. But piercings, I'm okay with it. Like I have a lot of friends now that have very, very strict parents, and I'm so happy to see them getting like piercings like slowly, and their parents are just like, okay, sige, without getting mad. And it's like a baby step because Chinese traditions, they're so close. Matigas ulo, they don't want to change anything about the whole culture and everything else. But yeah, I also love how my parents are more accepting with the LGBT comparing to the like people in China back home. They really don't like. But here, like Chinese families here are starting to be okay with like, oh, okay,
I love that.
you have a gay friend. Oh, you have a friend from the LGBT. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode about taboos. If you have any other opinions, you can comment them down below. And we will see you on our next episode. Bye!
Thanks for watching.
Bye.